Welcome back, my friends, for the second part of my tale of mystery on the high seas. But let me start by giving you a brief recap of the events of last time. The good ship Esmeralda was about to set sail from London to parts unknown. I don't know, dearest, why you must complain about this town all the time.
Because it smells like dead fish, and so do you. And that bird just put on my expensive luggage.
Then the good wife, actually she turns out to be the bad wife. But I get ahead of the story. She encounters a staffing decision made by her husband that she objects to.
Your husband has hired me for the voyage, so I am leaving my job at the Black Dog Tavern.
Over my dead body.
Well, you had better be careful where you stand. That rigging looks like it might fall down at any moment.
But once the ship departs the harbor, things really start to get complicated.
Please, kind sir, can you help me?
Stop mopping up that mess. I will speak to the captain about this.
And the captain seems to have developed an unusual fascination with cleaning supplies. Barry, have you taken a look at her bucket? Unbelievable. And the first mate gets some advice he really seems to like.
Maybe you should talk to the captain's wife first?
Well, that might not be such a bad idea.
And that is not the only odd fascination that seems to be brewing on board the ship.
And it is revealed that I see everything, understand everything, and might tell everything. I get some tasty fish for my dinner.
And so begins the second part of our story.
Although the weather had been favorable for the first weeks of the voyage, during the fourth week, a terrible storm broke out. And the ship was forced to seek shelter in a small harbor on the coast of France.
A small and very smelly farming village west of Paris.
My God, Reggie, of all the heck holes to be washed up in.
Yes, madam.
You know what the name of this town is in English?
Yes, madam. But a fine lady like you should not have to hear the words cow poop.
Well, I just did, thanks to you. And where's the captain? Have you seen him?
Yes. He and some of the crew have gone into this tavern to see if we can get food for the ship here.
This place looks like a den of iniquity and filth. What is it called?
Please don't make me tell you. I beg of you.
Tell me at once, you scoundrel, or I will report you to my husband.
If you insist. It is Le Candois.
In English, you cur.
Okay, in English it would be the Black Dog Tavern.
My God, is there no justice in this life?
Oh, Esmeralda, my darling. May I?
Okay, Reggie, cupcake. Just a quick one.
I say, my good man, may we have some of your finest wine for the captain and his lady friend over there?
Of course, Mr. Fancy Pants, as long as your gold is real and you don't break any of my furniture. There, my dear. I mean cabin slave, or I mean cabin boy. If that's a cabin boy, I'll eat my shirt. And believe me, I would not want to do that. It's the shirt my mother sent me last Christmas, and I have worn it ever since for good luck.
Really?
Yes, and I have not had to go out on a date since. Dates cost money and the girls always want you to pay. Isn't this pleasant, my dear?
Yes, so long as your wife does not find us. And that fire is burning my bucket off. We have deleted the next section of this program in order to make this video fit into the necessary time frame.
Or perhaps it was deleted because the captain and his cabin boy went upstairs to study the maps and charts. And nobody wants to see that.
Do you have the road maps and bridge locations between here and Paris, Cupcake?
Yes, I have everything. Did you bring the gold from the ship to pay for the horses?
Yes, and the horses will be waiting behind the Canoir Tavern. Does that dog think barking in French has me fooled?
Rick, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be watching the ship? And what happened to you?
I was guarding the ship when the captain's wife come on board and started making goo-goo eyes at me. And when my guard was down, someone hit me from behind. I overheard them saying they were taking some gold and riding to Paris tonight.
I must alert the captain at once. You go back to the ship. You, barman. I am conscripting you in the name of the king to take the place of the crew member who ran off with the captain's wife.
Me, sir. But what about my bar? How will the Canoir survive without me?
Don't worry about that. I have only one request. Leave that stinking shirt behind, and be on the ship by morning.
I appreciate you taking me aboard, but I know next to nothing about ships.
And 4 months later, Norman, the new crew member, still knew nothing about ships, and also seemed to developing a fascination with cleaning supplies. So the captain decided one cleaning expert aboard the ship was enough and ordered his fair shipmate to deal with it.
So off you go, Norman. And don't come back.
You better hope I never come back, you overstuffed suit of cheap clothes.
Norman. I tied a small raft alongside the ship. There is an island just 120 miles due west. Good luck, and if you ever see Mrs. Dick again, kick her in the bucket for me.
Bless you and farewell.
That first step is the worst one.
So ends part 2 of this story. Will our hero make it to the island alive, or will he be torn apart and eaten by sharks?
Hello. I am still here. I can hear you, and your audience can see me. Do I look like a digested shark sushi meal to you?